Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very interesting development coming to us from Assassin's Creed Shadows, and this time it has to do with a YouTuber. So, the YouTuber Shohei Kondo, we've done one or two videos on in the past, and the guy is obviously a real Japanese person, and he is actively talking against some of the things that Ubisoft is doing with Assassin's Creed Shadows, and he tries to talk from a historical perspective, from a place of his actual real experience, something that Ubisoft doesn't actually have with their ghetto consultants. Yet, however, it seems that even though he tried to be as constructive as possible and tried to be as nice as possible in his critique, it doesn't matter. YouTube removed his video for hate speech on Assassin's Creed Shadows. Now, of course, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a thing. It's YouTube being YouTube, where if you talk about anything that they don't like, it is going to be suddenly labeled hate speech. And over the last couple of months, they've been actively ramping it up in terms of hate speech policy, especially considering that Donald Trump is now in office. You got to imagine with everything coming down, all of these, studios, all of these corporations, the DEI nonsense being targeted. You got to imagine they're going to try to ramp up as much censorship as possible, especially when Ubisoft is probably reaching out and trying to, interject themselves into the algorithm and get these videos taken down. So let's get into this video, guys. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. Now, as you guys are maybe aware or not aware, on my X account, I posted YouTuber and content creator Shohei Kondo gets his Assassin's Creed Shadows video removed for hate speech on YouTube. They are actively trying to suppress real Japanese voices from speaking out against Ubisoft, even when it's done in a constructive way like Shohei did. Insane. I am sure they will continue to target more Japanese and non-Japanese creators, and I genuinely believe this. I want you guys to understand this is not going to be the first story. It's probably not even the first story that you're going to hear about creators, especially Japanese creators, getting their videos taken down about critiquing Assassin's Creed Shadows. And they're going to try to use the hate speech policy, because apparently it's hate speech to talk about 3D characters that don't even exist. It's absolutely insane. So he made a video about this, and I wanted to give him his credit. So let's watch his video here and see exactly what he's got to say. And I'm going to leave the link to the video in the description box below. It's a very short 3-minute video talking about what happened. So let's check out what he's got to say. Here we go.
It's Sunday morning, and sorry, I'm a bit emotional. Calm down. So Sunday morning, it's not sunny, a little cloud, but I'm having a good day, and I'm trying to take a bath, and I'm getting ready for bath and relax. And I was gonna work on next video about 10 things I don't like Japan. I suddenly got this. My video was removed because of speech. Why?
That's insane that he has to censor just even the saying hate speech. That is ridiculous, ladies and gentlemen. The fact that YouTube took his Assassin's Creed Shadows video down for hate speech when the man is actually Japanese and is talking from actual Japanese historical context. I mean, what in the hell is going on here?
Where? Where was it? When did I say anything bad? I really don't understand. Yes, I talked about Asian right, but instead of me saying something hate, I got a lot of hate comments though, but I kept them all and I just let my video go. If you've been watching my channel, you
imagine that Shohei Kondo, an actual Japanese person, getting a bunch of hate comments on his YouTube video talking about Assassin's Creed Shadows from the historical context of Japanese, and I guarantee you all those hate comments were from woke psychopath Westerners. I guarantee you.
Can tell I have many variations, right? I have gameplay talking about Japanese culture and debunking Japanese tourist tip, and also some video essay. And also about protesting Ubisoft. Most of all video, I'm speaking from my heart. Like, I don't say bullshit, but I'll care about how I say it. But what I'm saying, all message are from my heart, even the gameplay. I'm so proud of it, and I take responsibility of what I said. And also I do my best to entertain people and also be myself. But when it comes to Assassin's Creed Shadow game, I do this because I thought I need to do. Not because of my channel, not because of something, but because of I think it's right to do. And to be honest, I started feeling my channel wanna be more like a comedy because I laugh a lot and also I really want to be a comedian in Japan. Actually, I tried, but it's another story. Again, when it comes to this, it's more about like an Asian right that often dismissed. And also,
Well, that's an absolute fact. And you know what's insane? Oh, this is the worst pause ever. Wow, I apologize for that. The worst thing is that, you know, a lot of people like Japanese culture, right? A lot of people like Asian culture in the West because it kind of, you know, has values and art forms that really connect with people over here because we don't really get that kind of, you know, art form or kind of values here, unfortunately. It's just a wild, wild west over here, obviously, because we are a melting pot, which is both good and bad. Now, when it comes to Asian culture, like I said, people love Asian culture and they like to partake in it, but a lot of people do not like to show respect to it. And this is a big problem. You know how many streamers you get, they go to Tokyo and act a fool just to try to get views because they know that Tokyo is, you know, Japan's a country where they're not going to actively, you know, get angry out in public. They're very reserved for the most part, and they try to keep things fairly calm. And Westerners go to Tokyo, young streamers go to Tokyo to take advantage of that kind of notion, and they just don't respect it. And look at us here now. We got Assassin's Creed Shadows being made by a company that doesn't give a crap about the culture that they are trying to adapt. They even try to gaslight people and try to say, oh, it's very difficult to adapt a culture where people are going to be happy with everything you do and be happy with the final product. That sounds like cope, Ubisoft, because Ghost of Tsushima did exactly that, and they got honored by the actual island themselves. So, I mean, what are we really talking about here? You guys are absolutely lying to people, and you're trying to make excuses for the reason why you wanted to inject DEI into your game. At the end of the day, that was the only reason why you decided to go with Yasuke. There is a multitude of Japanese samurai around that time period in feudal Japan that you absolutely could have partaked and used that had connections with Oda Nobunaga, and that you chose to do otherwise. You chose to go with the one black guy that was in history that doesn't even have an established history. You decided to go with him because that was what made you the most happy. Let's be real, ladies and gentlemen. And then you put Nawe in there as a little bit of a band-aid to say, oh, look, we put a Japanese person in there. See, we're not totally racist.
I've been feeling sad about seeing all the Japanese voices and comments are seen as fake and always dismissed. And
Exactly. And look at here. His video got literally removed. So what he's saying here is true. Japanese voices, comments, and videos are being dismissed or just outright removed because the narrative has to be protected. Ubisoft's image and how they're totally not racist has to be protected.
I decided to make these kind of videos, but I don't know what to say. It's just shocked because I really care about the words I used. I really don't understand this. But anyone who watched I hope it's come back, but I wanted to say thank you for everyone who watched that video and then give me a lot of good support comments. It gave me a lot of support and it's really meaningful because I believe even my channel is still small. If I make some voice, it can change. Even it's like a butterfly effect. Even I do something right things, I believe it's gonna change the world. I'm really saying this. That's my one of motivation. Even like small butterfly effect.
I agree with that. Sometimes it's the smallest people that make the biggest changes, right? It's the smallest saying that can make the biggest change. And this is what's happening here. This is going to be I think is what he's trying to call the Streisand effect, because that's really what's going to happen. What just happened to him right now, and me posting it on Twitter and other people talking about it and quote tweeting it on Twitter, this is going to cause a massive effect against Ubisoft, and it's just going to bring more attention to the fact that Japanese people are getting outright freaking ignored for no reason whatsoever other than they're trying to suppress their voices.
Effect, it will change. So in my channel, I'll keep saying what I need to say and what I want to say. And yeah, thank you for your support. Thank you for watching. If you're watching this on Sunday morning, you have a great Sunday.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to bring this information to you because I think this is very important for people to understand what's actually happening here. Something like this has been happening for a while. They've been suppressing Japanese voices around Assassin's Creed Shadows for a while now, and this is probably the most egregious version we've seen so far, with YouTube actively removing videos just talking about Assassin's Creed Shadows and trying to claim that it's hate speech because it's talking from a historical standpoint that's actually being spoken by a real Japanese person. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it if you get to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.